Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on October the 14th, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. All right, so in terms of the data coming up on a Wednesday here, we do have the PPI numbers here coming up for the US. We have some FOMC members speaking. We also have Reserve Bank of Australia, Governor Lau speaking. So the federal budget here, this will be important because especially with the negative numbers here, that may cause a concern. And then we have employment data from Australia. So overall, not a ton of critical data here, but there are these couple of things that we have to keep an eye on, and they will have an impact. So Australian dollar got hit today, and if we see that the number is worse than expected, then we're likely to see more of a negative impact as well. And then with the Reserve Bank of Australia, at this point, it will be more in regards to what are they expecting in terms of the recovery. Are they expecting a second wave over the winter, or are they expecting things to basically go back to normal? So that's what we'll have to take a look at. So let's go to our charts now. So we'll start with euro dollar here. So euro dollar, we saw that price wasn't able to go through the resistance. It turned around here. So today was bearish, and part of this was because of the stock market here. So we'll take a quick peek at the stock market. It came back down a little bit. So US dollar, again, we are seeing a strength in US dollar. The stock market is dropping, and when the stock market drops, we see US dollar go up, and yen crosses and all of that. So we'll take a look at that. Once yen crosses drop, so yen goes up. Okay, so today bias here is bearish. We do see a drop here in euro dollar. Now, looking for price to drop further. However, we could get a deeper pullback here into 1.1775. So watch out for that, a bit of a pullback. And then I'm looking for a drop again here. So basically looking for price to come back down towards this 1.1800 level. So bearish bias here for euro. In terms of the targets, the first target here is 1.1680 and then 1.1600. Sorry, not 1816. So 1680 and 1.1600 are the two targets to the downside here for euro dollar. For pound, sorry, excuse me, pound dollar here, same thing here. A pound was into resistance, and we have seen a drop from there. We talked about this. So bias here is still bearish. And in terms of the pullback, I would look at 1.2970 as a potential level for a pullback. And then I'm looking for another drop. Again, looking for price to come back towards the support level once again. First target is 1.2840. And then second target here is 1.2780. So bearish bias here for pound dollar as well. And then Aussie dollar here, this one has dropped as well. This is looking bearish for the last couple of days. We are seeing a drop, and Australian dollar tends to drop when the stock market drops. So just bear that in mind. So this is bearish here. First target 0.7100, and then second target 0.7020. So looking for price to come back down into this area. Same thing here, looking for a bit of a pullback first and then a drop like that. So bearish bias for Aussie dollar as well. New Zealand dollar here, same thing. This one, although is looking more neutral, it opened and closed at exactly the same time on Monday. We did have this a bit of a bearish pin bar here. So this is, sorry, excuse me, neutral to a bearish here. For this one, we're looking for a move back into 0.6520. So bias here is neutral to bearish. First target would be 0.6600, then 0.6520. So neutral to bearish here for New Zealand dollar. Dollar CAD here, this one, we have a bullish engulfing candle, not a very strong candle, but it is bullish engulfing nonetheless. It's right into resistance here. So we do need to see a breakthrough. So neutral to bullish bias here. In terms of the target here, the first target would be 0.3200 and then 0.3250. So bullish bias here for dollar CAD. I would watch out though, this is not looking super strong. I would expect volatility in the market. So now we are into almost into mid-October here. So from here, excuse me, here on out into elections, we're likely to see volatility in the market. So we have to be careful with our position sizing as well as the type of trades that we are taking. So we just need to be careful. So just expect volatility going into the elections. But right now, neutral to bullish here for dollar CAD. All right, let's take a look at our commodities now. Silver. We had a neutral candle yesterday, nice bearish candle today. So this looks like an evening start trade setup. So here, basically looking for a drop back down. We have a rejection of the previous support level and now, support resistance level, and now looking for a further drop. 22.80 is the target here. So bearish bias for silver. Gold, same thing here. We have the evening star trade setup here. So this is looking bearish. First target here is 1871. And then we have 1847. So bearish bias for gold as well. Oil here. Oil has not really done much. This one's going sideways right now. Bit of a move up here. But still in that neutral territory. Overall, it's trading in a range. This is the range it's been trading in for a while now, since the beginning of September. And now it looks like this is what's happening here as well. May push back into the resistance. So right now this is neutral, still stuck in that range. So I'm looking for a range bound move here. We may see it go back into 41.70 back to test the resistance level here. So neutral bias for oil. Copper here. Copper looking bearish here and looking for a further drop back into this support level again towards 2.93. So this is bearish as well. Bitcoin here. Bitcoin also looking bearish. It did jump into this to 11,670-ish level, but it failed to move through that. So this is the resistance we had talked about yesterday, which it wasn't looking so strong from all the way from there. So bearish bias anyway. We do have a bullish, sorry, my apologies, bearish candle close here. Almost a bearish engulfing, not quite, but looking bearish still. So looking for a move back towards this previous resistance level, and this is likely to act as a support level now. So bearish bias here. 11,000 is the first target. So if should it go through that, then we're looking at 10,770. So Bitcoin is bearish as well. S&P 500, this is also looking bearish here. Next target here would be 3465, but expect volatility here for the stock market going into the elections here. We're likely to see a back and forth or volatility in the stock market. So, excuse me, so be prepared for that. So right now, this is neutral to bearish. Next target here is 3470. And should it continue, we're looking at 3430 levels. So neutral to bearish here for S&P 500. Nasdaq here, sorry, we have a bearish pin bar. So looking for a drop here. Now we may get a pullback all the way into this, so be mindful of that. But 11,850 is the target here, so bearish bias for Nasdaq. Dow Jones here, this one also looking a bit bearish, but again, I would expect volatility in the market, so be prepared for swings back and forth. So if it holds above 28,600, again, if it just doesn't break through, it can still continue higher. But the closer we get to the elections, the more volatility we'll be expecting here as well. DAX here, DAX is looking bearish. Nice bearish engulfing candle, so looking for a further drop here at 12,850 is the next level. FTSE also looking bearish. It wasn't able to go through the resistance here. Nice bearish engulfing candle. And then looking for a further drop here. First target is 5,900. So bearish bias for FTSE as well. All right, Nikkei here. Nikkei, we do have a bearish engulfing candle. It's not looking super strong at the moment, but it is bearish nonetheless. So looking for a drop here. So I'm looking for a follow through here essentially. And target here is 23,240. So bearish bias for FTSE as well. So that's it for now. Guys, have a wonderful trading day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Bye for now.